Yeah, like how everybody keeps talking like Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. I gotta be honest. In my perception, that fight doesn't look like it's gonna get made anytime soon. Although I do want to see it really bad. It seems to be a lot of politics going behind Bud and Spence getting in the ring, man. I mean, they fighting other people, but they won't fight each other. Oh well. I think that Vergil Ortiz would be a good competitor against Bud Crawford. In my opinion, Vergil Ortiz is really explosive, man. I mean, when he throws his shots, he really looks like he's trying to take his opponent's head off. I like his mentality, man. Vergil Ortiz seems like he's a very violent person. He has a good jab. I think he has to move his head a little bit more. Because if he fights a fighter like Crawford, I think Crawford would be able to try to counter him and use footwork to sidestep and set up some more countering opportunities. Crawford to me has an advantage because he's ambidextrous. You know, you go left hand and right hand, but the disadvantage I think that he shows sometimes is that when he gets hit, he wants to get the hit back so bad that I feel like he gives away an opportunity to get countered. I don't know if Vergil Ortiz is as dangerous, the level of counterer that's gonna be that it take to catch and hurt Crawford. But Vergil Ortiz nonetheless is very explosive, man. When he throws his punches, they're with the utmost bad intentions. I love it. But he hasn't really fought that top level competition right now for us to really gauge just how good or just how dangerous he would be, at the upper echelon. But the kicker with that is, I mean, sometimes you got to jump in the water to see if you can swim. You can practice the motions all day, but at some point in time, you got to get in there with a shark and see if you can swim. That shark is Bud Crawford. Vergil Ortiz, to me, he shows some very, very, very good attributes. But defensively, I've seen a little bit of holes that he displayed in his last outing. I think that Crawford might be able to capitalize on them. But if Crawford lets Vergil Ortiz land as many punches as Sean Porter landed on Crawford, Crawford might be hurt. Sean Porter doesn't possess the same level of power that Vergil Ortiz has, but the speed is similar. And in my opinion, Sean Porter landed a decent amount of punches on Crawford before he was ultimately stopped. This would be a very good fight because both of these guys' mentality is very vicious and tenacious. They're going to go in there and they're going to let their hands go and try to hurt each other. That's why it's such an entertaining fight to me. And, although I want to see Crawford and Spence, it's so much politics going behind it. I mean, we're probably not going to see it for a while, if we ever do at all. So in the meantime, I think that Vergil Ortiz, not only would he accept the fight, given the opportunity to fight Crawford, but he'll, make a very good accounting for himself. He might even pull off the win. Personally, I would favor Crawford a little bit in that fight because I just feel like he's more slicker and more craftier. But with the explosiveness and the heart that a fighter like Vergil Ortiz has, I think that he can make that fight very, very interesting, and he might surprise me and maybe a lot of other fight fans, I really look forward to seeing it if it ever happens. You guys tell me in the comment section what you think about Vergil Ortiz versus Terence Crawford. Good fight, right?